Hi friends, good morning. We are here at Disney's Animal Kingdom and we are headed into the new temperature screening tent and the new bag check. Looks really nice. One thing I wanted to mention is that the trams haven't been running in any of the parks I've been to. So if you have a hard time walking, I would actually recommend getting preferred parking. I'm not sure what the cost of it is, but I'm gonna find out and like put it right here. And because preferred parking is much closer, I think it was almost 10 rows closer than what it was. So we are going through the new bag check today. So that'll be interesting. And this is what the new bag check area here looks like. We will see how it goes today. So it says, please keep all items inside your bag and then carry your bag with you throughout the screening point. So that's pretty interesting. So I just looked it up. Preferred parking is between $45 to $50 a day. But if you're staying at a Disney resort or have a certain level of annual pass, you can actually just upgrade. And the upgrade is the difference between the price of standard parking and then the price of preferred parking. So it only ends up being about $25. But if you have a hard time walking, it might be a good thing to look at investing in. So this is what Animal Kingdom looks like when you walk in. Normally this area is super packed and full of people. But it sure looks pretty today. So I am ashamed to admit this. I think the last time I was at Animal Kingdom was over a year ago to do the animation project here. I'm a bad Disney fan. Oops. But so far, I was looking at the wait times. Everything has a 5-minute wait except for Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey. They're both 10-minute waits. Super long. So I think we're gonna go do Everest first because I do know there's a large chance of rain today. So I figured we'd try to do the outdoor attractions first and then head to the ones that are inside. One other thing that I've noticed right now is that it sounds so loud in here, like the music sounds so loud. But I think it sounds so loud because normally this area is filled with people and there's no people here. This is what I mean, there's literally nobody here. That one person walking towards us on the bridge, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I think that's a cast member. One thing I've noticed that since being in the park is that I'm noticing more little details, and I think it's because I'm not having to like wade through like crowds of people. I'm able to actually like take in my surroundings. So like back on the Adventurers Outpost where we normally meet Minnie and Mickey, I didn't realize Minnie and Mickey were actually on the sign. So that's kind of interesting. Or on the bridge heading into Asia, there's little like engraved or etched like not characters but animals on the like sign, which is really interesting. But I think we're headed over to Everest. So that's how they're doing the character interactions here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. They're doing like a boat parade around the park. We actually saw Mickey and Minnie earlier, but we were like way too far away to be able to tell that it was them or who it actually was. And I couldn't get my camera out. But yeah, that's Donald, Daisy, and Launchpad McQuack, which is pretty cute. Never gonna be normal walking through these lines with only a 5-minute wait. That was a 2-minute and 21-minute wait, i.e. it was walking through the queue. So when you get off the ride, normally your photos are here, but they're not having you touch it to prevent like extra cleaning over here. And it says photos are automatically linked to your Magic Band. And then it says if you don't have a Magic Band, see a cast member. And I'm guessing they will like force load it onto your card or whatever you have. But the Magic Bands have RFID tracking on them, which is how they're able to load them onto your Magic Band in your My Disney Experience account, which is pretty neat. So I just came over here right outside Everest to get a popcorn bucket refill. And the way they're doing it is they actually just give you a box of popcorn that you can pour into your popcorn bucket. So they're not actually refilling the actual bucket, they just give you a box and then you can pour it in there. So they're not touching something that you've already touched, which is pretty sanitary, and I really like that. After looking at this, I don't think this is a full refill. So this was $1.89 before tax. It's probably 3/4 of a refill or 2/3 of a refill. Probably 75% of a refill, which is a little annoying, but I get it. They're trying to be less like interactive with your own personal products. That way if you hand something to them, they don't have to touch something that's already been touched by someone else. So it's slightly annoying, but something I can tolerate to help hopefully reduce the amount of spread of coronavirus. So right here, they normally do the Up Great Bird Adventure, but they're actually doing a modified show called Feathered Friends in Flight. None of the Up characters are in it, but the birds are all there, and they're like kind of telling you about the birds and things like that, which is pretty neat. And they're doing multiple shows a day. So they're doing one at 10:30, one at 11:30, one at 1:30, and one at 2:30. So she said this is the only show on property. I don't know if she meant at Animal Kingdom or just in general. But that's pretty neat. I'm glad they were able to make some modifications and open up another like show type of thing. So I don't know if you can tell, they're filling every row, and then they've got these like plastic shower curtain things in between each row, but they don't attach at the top and they don't really attach at the bottom. So kind of interesting. As you guys can see, it is very empty entering into Pandora. There's people here, but there's not a ton of people. Back here by Pongu Pongu and Satuli Canteen, there is a ton more people. A lot of people look like they're waiting for their mobile order, or they just got some food from Pongu Pongu. So definitely still kind of busy back here. Oh, those look real ominous. And then right out front of Flight of Passage, it's like kind of busy out here. Not as busy as normal, but it is definitely more busy. Let's see what the wait time is. 15 minutes. I don't know if you'll ever see this again, except for during a pandemic. So we've been walking through the queue for about 7 minutes now, and we still haven't made it to the lab. We are in like the blue light area, as you can tell, because my mask is glowing. We're almost caught up to the lab, and it's crazy because I haven't been through, hey, you can see me now. Haven't been through that part of the queue since I was here for the AP preview 3 years ago, when they allowed us to do like a walking tour of the queue. And during the AP preview, they had us go through the Fastpass Line for the actual ride. So it's interesting. But yeah, we made it into the lab, and it still's only been like not even 10 minutes yet. So pretty interesting. The Fastpass Line is open, but it's not for fast passes. It is for people who have disability pass, or I believe are Club 33 members, because I believe Club 33 members still get fast passes. And oh, it's the head of a banshee. That's terrifying. So we were on the ride in a little bit more than 15 minutes. I think it might have been like 17 minutes. So that was cool. They said if you want to re-ride again, just go this way, which is pretty neat. Instead of having to go all the way back out again. Definitely not something you see every day. So there's a scene on the ride with a big like whale or shark or something. Every single time it scares me, it got me again. I literally screamed, it scared me so bad. That ride is so good. When you sit down in one of the like areas to like rest, it's very like calm and serene, and I actually started to get like choked up about it, and it kind of made me emotional a little bit, which was kind of funny. But something I thought was interesting is before we went in, it was super dark and like thundering and lightning. And the first part of it, it's super dark and like it looks like it's about to storm really bad on the ride. So it was kind of like seamless transition. But we're going on it again. So yeah, it'll be just as good, I'm sure. Something I noticed though, they only had one chair between like my group and the group next to us. The group next to us was kind of a larger party though, so I don't know if maybe that's why. But it'll be interesting to see for this ride through. So we did Flight of Passage twice, both times perfect. And then it started getting really dark, and so we were like, okay, we're gonna go get food, and it started pouring, which is why I'm in a raincoat now. Actually stopped raining, and now we're over in Dinoland, USA. And when you're looking at Chester and Hester's Dinorama, Primeval Whirl, which is straight ahead, is officially closed forever. So, goodbye Primeval Whirl. You were okay. Definitely is not my favorite ride in the park, so I hope they kind of get rid of this whole area over here. Not Dinoland per se, like over by Dinosaur, but this area, Chester and Hester's, it just actually started raining again. But I hope they get rid of this area over here. I'd love to see something new or something more themed than something that looks like a carnival ride. I understand the story behind it. I don't really remember it anymore. If I can find it, I'll put it down below. Yeah. Goodbye Primeval Whirl. If you look at it though, it kind of looks really, really worn down and like unpainted. Like it just really looks like it needs a round of paint. So, yeah. So we've managed to do Flight of Passage 4 times today. And we're actually gonna go get in line for Navi River Journey, which is only a 5-minute wait. I can't wait to see the shaman animatronic after watching the Imagineering story now. It'll be great. So that was a great peaceful way to end our day at the park. It's almost 4 o'clock, so I think we're gonna get going. We did a lot today. As I mentioned, we did Flight of Passage 4 times, which is just insane. They're like, you would be getting ready to exit the ride and they'd be like, if you wanna go again, go this way. What? When does that ever happen? I noticed pretty much everyone was social distancing throughout the park. Unlike at Slinky Dog the other day, I didn't notice any issues with that. So that's really good. And I know I said that Primeval Whirl was officially closed for good. Disney's announced that it's closed indefinitely, which to me kind of means that it's closed for good, but it could always mean that they decide to bring it back. I'm not really sure. My guess is that they're announcing that it's closed indefinitely because I know a lot of CPers have ran that attraction in the past, and since the college program isn't going on, they have less people to run that ride. I was just thinking about this, and if I didn't live here and I decided to come down here on vacation, could I justify spending a day at Animal Kingdom? And I'm not sure I could, unless my family really liked doing the trails and seeing all the animals and things like that, because there's only like 9 attractions open, which sounds like a lot, but when everything has less than a 20-minute wait, you can do those 9 attractions really quickly. And even if you want to re-ride the rides like over and over and over again, the longest part of Flight of Passage is walking through the entire queue, and they're letting you basically go up the Fastpass Lane once you've ridden it once to re-ride. So you're cutting out a giant portion of time there. Cool. There was one point where the Flight of Passage has like top level, middle level, bottom level, kind of like Soarin' does. And I actually got to ride on all 3 of the levels today. I think my favorite was the bottom level because there's a portion in it where it feels like you're going through like a barrel turn. And on the bottom level, I legit thought we were flipping upside down. I knew we weren't, but it legitimately felt like we were, which was kind of neat. But there was a couple points in the ride where there was only like, so there's 3 floors and then they're divided 8 seats on one half, 8 seats on the other half, and our 8 half of the seats only had 3 other people other than myself. The normal 48 person capacity is much less than that. And then on Navi River Journey, I had my own boat the entire time. So that was great. But it's definitely interesting being here and how like quiet. It's a unique situation being in the parks when it's like this. It's almost the feeling of like, should I be here right now? Like I feel like I shouldn't be here. I feel like I'm at a private event or something. See, this is what I mean when I say the park is empty. Other than the family that is walking to the left of us, the only people in front of us are team members or cast members. And the Flame Tree is to the left of us, and Discovery Trading Company is to the right of us. There's nobody here. It's very bizarro. So I'm just sitting here waiting for the rest of my party to come out of the bathroom on like this little bench and ledge. I'm sitting all the way at one end, so there's plenty of room to sit down at the other end. Can I just say one thing? If you see someone sitting by themselves on a bench, do not just come sit down directly next to them. Do not. Sit at the other end of the bench. There is no one down there. Why would you come sit directly next to me? That is not 6 feet apart, people. I'm sorry, but that just really upset me. So don't be that person. So that wraps up our day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Leave any questions or comments you have down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow along with my adventures on social media. And I'll see you guys next time. And this is Bridgette's Buzz.